got positional size everywhere, shooters everywhere. They are really well connected, and they have a variety of ways they can beat you. And they're old, mature. So I'm really proud of the effort tonight from our girls. They executed the game plan extremely well. Holding them to 1 3-point field goal. They averaged 10 a game. That was the strategy. I think we defended the line really well. Clearly, they finished, and we gave a couple and-ones that we didn't need to, but we're still got to grow through our handling pressure, right? We have inexperienced point guards who are really talented, but they just need to get comfortable, and it's taking a little while. But this team is an impressive team that we faced today, and so they just did it all with a lot of length and long hands, and and we're obviously trying to mitigate the time so that it makes it even harder, because we weren't trying to go and attack them, because we were trying to limit the number of possessions they had to keep it competitive. But to be within striking distance late in the fourth quarter against the best team in the league, that's a real sign of growth, and we're just going to move from there, keep building.
It looked like the game turned in their direction in the second quarter. What did you see happen with that?
It looked like the game turned in their direction in the second quarter. We 14 turnovers. How many were in that quarter? I don't know if you were keeping the numbers, but I felt like maybe 10 of them in that quarter. Like, if you don't get any shots, you're probably not going to score the ball. So we held them to 15. You can take that as a positive out of it, but 4 points, you're in trouble.
What was their defense? Did they think they just maybe sped you up a little bit to get out of the comfort zone?
So they trapped to get us to not hold the ball, and then we played flustered. So I don't really think, what they were doing, we could have been calmer, and we could have spaced and rotated and passed the ball a little bit better, but we're just not there yet. So yes, essentially they did speed us up, but just me picking at the words, I feel like we sped ourselves up, and we could have been more disciplined in that.
And you have to be pleased, and it was also important that if you look at the first quarter and then the second half, the team kept the ball moving. They took shots.
Yeah.
They were able to get you back in the game.
Yeah, really pleased with it. And, it was really nice to see Jolene have a big night, knocking them down. We all know she's capable of that, and that put a big smile on my face seeing her drop them in there tonight. And, we made some really nice individual plays. And, it's not enough, but it's growth.
And their interior offensive game will look like. I mean, how tough was that, and how effective was it for them?
Yeah, you got to decide how you want to lose them. I hate to say it. Like, you're gonna let them get a lot of open shots, and then they're gonna bury them. And if you're gonna take away the 3-point line, they're gonna go forward and lay the ball in. I mean, I've always remarked, like, they're not the fastest and most explosive team, but they just finish incredibly well around the basket. And so, we've been playing from behind and pushing a lot of the forwards out in our league recently, and people miss a lot of shots. Richmond does not miss a lot of shots around the basket.
How much does their experience a factor? They've been together for a while.
Well, just look at the rosters of the team that are at the top of the league. I mean, experience is the factor. I mean, even look, you follow the men's tournament, it's still the team that has all the seniors that ends up making the deep run. It's the underdog team that goes to the Final Four that isn't supposed to, because they have all seniors. It's hard to have all seniors in this day and age, but experienced teams, and not experienced teams, but experienced transfers, teams who have kids who've been in their system, they're really tough to beat. And that's why St. Joe's and Richmond and Mason, they're all really difficult tasks.
Defensively, I mean, the best team statistically shooting threes in Richmond, and you hold them to 1 made 3. I mean, what was kind of the game plan in slowing down their attempts from beyond the arc?
It's just, well, first off, they get so many in transition. So we had to make sure that we understood to guard pitch action and be there on their trailers and not let them get easy transition threes. And then we were going to have to allow them some opportunities to go to the basket. We weren't giving help. They draw and dish. We're like, no, we're not. There's no drawing today. No dishing. We were going to stay home, and that's what we did. And you got to find a way. And I liked our plan. I think if you reduce the turnovers by half, which is not unrealistic, and we shoot a little bit better, it's a different game. With them shooting 53%, like, we can live with that as long as it's 2 by 2 by 2 by 2. So
Are you pleased that obviously Richmond was able to score 2 by 2 and they were able to score a bunch in the paint, but are you pleased that the game plan that you went to execute, preventing them from scoring threes, and they're the best team in the nation at it, that you were able to extremely effectively prevent them?
Yeah, that's what we're looking to do as we're trying to grow, is like, can we accomplish the tasks at hand? And that's been a struggle for us. And I thought tonight we did a really good job at being on task, following the instructions, getting there and getting it done. So I was super proud of that.
In the second quarter, there were a lot of turnovers. Richmond took a huge lead. You guys were able to come out in the third quarter and into the fourth. You were able to cut down the turnovers. You were able to storm back some big defensive plays. What did it say about the effort that this team had tonight to not get down after giving up a big run?
You know what? We stood outside the locker room and talked as a staff, halftime adjustments, all that stuff, and listened to them in the locker room. And it was loud in there. Like, they were fired up to come back out. So I don't have much to say in there at halftime because they wanted this. They wanted to prove that, like, they were better than that second quarter, and they were. And I commented it to them in the third. Like, we've really struggled in our third quarters, and they showed up. We buried the third quarter. We responded after a bad second quarter. And do we get to single digits? I don't know, but we definitely got it to 10. We definitely got it to 10 in the fourth. So, yeah. Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Thanks, man.